Good evening and hello to everyone in America. Tonight, you will see the greatest podcast this side of the Mississippi. I will serve as host tonight. I will introduce my best friends that you will know around the world as the amazing, phenomenal, the Black Super Friends podcast. So before I go to those people, I want to introduce them individually. I'm gonna go to my brother who's sitting somewhere diagonally in one of these boxes. He has on a black shirt tonight. I won't even give it no jokes about his darkness because I'm growing as a person. Tonight you would call him Zay, the latest man.
Good evening, my brother. My brothers. I'm glad that you're growing. Welcome to the Black Super Friends podcast. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
All right. Yeah, she said I was growing. Listen, next I'm gonna go to the man who keeps evolving, the man who keeps marketing himself, the man who finds ways to change his name every month because every month you get a new him. So tonight you will know him as Chris of House Leo.
Thank you for that intro, man. Really, the name came from I've been watching House of Targaryens. I mean, the House of Dragons spinoff from Game of Thrones, and I just been into it. So I appreciate you guys showing up tonight, man. Hold your horses, man. It's gonna be a good show. Thank you.
All right. Tonight I am always listen, ASAP Tutor, I explained it last week. But I'd be damned if tonight I wasn't tempted to change my name to Charleston Black. But listen, next we're gonna go to a person that today he celebrated an amazing feat. Today was the birthday of an amazing young man that we love. He's loved around the world. His name is Super Mario Jr. So it's only right that I introduce tonight Super Mario Sr.
Hey man, I'm happy to be here, man. I had a great day, man. A great day, man. Woke my son up, so I had the first one to see him this morning, man, and he was just so excited about his birthday. I ain't seen too many kids just be this excited about his birthday. So I'm happy to be here today.
All right, listen, I'm gonna go back to my full. Listen, one thing about it, I have been working with StreamYard, our studio, for a long time to be able to get this. So I must brag about that. I had this idea, I worked with them, and now I can do solo camera angles. Oh boy, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting better every week. You know what I'm saying? So me being able to bring you all the way tuned in, there's no excuse. Nobody can go to sleep. I get to see what the hell you're doing, and that makes me very happy. Tonight, on behalf of Chris from the House of Leo, he wants to take a moment of silence for his iconic rapper, Coolio. So I will give you that moment of silence.
Yes, I want to give a moment of silence to artist Leon Ivy Jr., better known as Coolio. Thank you. I don't know. I have much to say about the man, but if you do a Google search of his life and watch YouTube videos, man, the man had a pretty rough life, and any brother that's able to go through all the things that he went through, any night that leaves the battlefield with marks on his armor that shows he's been through battle and he made it through it. So rest in power, my brother.
All right, listen, one thing I do want to say, musically, that man was historical for a long time. People laughed at Coolio, and then they didn't know that Coolio was the highest paid rapper at one time because the amount of money that he was getting on his royalties for every CD and tape was miles ahead. While people were getting cents, I think he was getting like $1.50, whatever the number was. He was, I don't know how he worked that deal, but he was way, he was above his years, man. So shout out to the man. So he made some dollars because that song to this day is iconic in a lot of diverse clubs where people love. So,
and that's the thing, man. To be honest with you, at the height of Tupac, at the height of Biggie, when they was both at their top, he was the number one on the charts. If you go back and look at it, when Biggie was big, when Pac was big, Coolio was the top of the charts.
Yeah.
But not to be undone, he still was making noise. He did the jingle for Keenan and Kel. He also did. He's doing Futurama. He's one of the characters on Futurama. And just me doing a little research and coming on before, he's in over 100 episodes, whether it's movies or TV roles. So shout out to that man, because that was a good feat to do without really, blowing his own horn or whatever. He was just getting to it, and I respect the hustler. So shout out to that man.
Absolutely.
Super Mario. I remember you had Coolio posters.
Yeah, man. I got them from Chris' house. Because I ain't know too much about him and stuff. He was on the soundtrack to Dangerous Mind. Other than that, Coolio was I think he was the first person I would say was a character as well as a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his image and likeness meant just as much as him rapping. And I think he was one of the first people that I could say that really, in this era right here, he would have been a pioneer of what we see, like that social media and all that kind of stuff like that, because he was a lot of people can't even name me a Coolio song, but they can know who he is by his face and his likeness and all that. So I think that was big. And it was he was a forefather to all the younger guys who are doing that right now. So salute to that king and rest in peace.
Yeah, he definitely taught people like you just went platinum and you only got this. I made $1.50 off every CD, which that's a lot, man. So people study. You want to be a music artist, come down to those royalties, man. All right, I'm gonna go quickly because I hate these raggedy Dolphins. I won't even go to a Miami Dolphins game. That's how.
Shut your mouth.
Listen, that's
Not the
how
damn Dolphins.
devoted I am to my hate. I hate the Dolphins. I would never go to a game. I don't want to tailgate. I am committed to hate them for the rest of my career. Okay, so but while watching that game, and despite my disgust with them, uh, their starting quarterback, who was I don't even know if it's his third year, but the fact is that he took a major injury. Last week, he had an injury where he shook it off and he told people that it was his back. Allegedly, that's the story we had. And then he was taken out of the game. And this week, he came back to the game to start for the Miami Dolphins, and he he was sacked. And in the midst of that sack, he was thrown down and he hit his head. And when he hit the ground, the impact caused him to seize up in a paralyzed state. And the brain, I would say there's a head and neck injury that caused him to be escorted off the field, and taken to a hospital for observation. Since then, the medical staff, the doctor that cleared him, has been fired. And the argument is who's in the fault about that situation, because as a player, you do have a responsibility to yourself as well. And the competition is so tense that a lot of times players will go back in because they don't want to lose their starting position, or they're trying to win. But this man played 2 weeks in a row. He took a nasty hit that caused him to might risk his season or his career. I'm hearing different, but what are y'all thoughts on that? No, you know what? Give it a Zay. He the Dolphins fan. Come on.
First and foremost, I'm gonna tell you, shut your goddamn mouth about my beloved team. Never you ever mention that name with your wretched mouth. However, I am disappointed, and then once again, our front office has let me down. The first hit that he took when he got it with the noodle legs was scary. I didn't even know they had a game Thursday. I was looking for the game Sunday, and to hear that he took another one and to actually see the footage, something needs to be done. I'm hoping that it's not his career, because as you guys know, for the first time in a lot of seasons, we started off with a winning record. So all, like myself and all other Dolphins fans, we're excited, but I don't want our excitement to be at the expense of a player. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it's not career ending. Only reason I'm saying that is because we know that he suffered the same college injury in college, and for him to get this same injury within 4 days is very scary. But hopefully he'll prevail. Within 2 to 3 weeks he'll be back. But he does need to seriously look at himself. And I do think that independent investigation that goes into whoever cleared him and the Miami Dolphins does need to happen, and they need to get some straightening, because that doesn't make sense.
First of all, fuck the Dolphins. Hey, I'm gonna go to Super Mario Senior before I go to Chris Leo.
Fuck you.
I know. I heard everybody, about their point of view. I've been looking at Sports Center. I'm an avid ESPN, Fox One supporter and watcher, and I've been seeing everybody just so mad at the coach, mad at the doctor, and not mad at the grown man who decided to go play football. Not mad at the grown man who said, well, I know it's a contract year, so let me go out here again, even though I know I'm seeing and ringing a bell. I don't play football. I had concussion before. I know how that feels. You don't even know you have a concussion until it sink in, and when it do sink in, you hear it's a loud thundering, a ringing in your head, and you know you're not going in the right direction. You know something wrong. So when they put you in the concussion protocol and you say, I'm good, it's my back, and you know damn well your back ain't hurt, and you go back out there and you get hurt again. It's like, where's the so it's not Tua's fault at all, huh? That he went out there, he signed up to play football, he went out there and he got hurt. Now, just like anything in life, the doctor falls on the sword and he takes all, he probably got paid up on the table, and now here we go. Bro, at the end of the day, Tua played football. Tua signed up for this. Tua got hurt, Godspeed with him, but there's nobody's fault but Tua. Nobody. Because you did this to get a paycheck. It's no different than if somebody who works in a warehouse comes in sick when they know they're sick to try to get their paycheck because they don't have no more sick days. You're not going to write up the owner of the company and say, you bastard, you had that man working on the dock. No, that's not what's going to happen. You're just going to probably say, go home or fire him. That's what people do in the workforce. Most times when you can't afford to miss, you go to work. And that's what Tua did. Next year is his contract year. He couldn't afford to miss because he's been known as accident prone and fragile. So he tried to go back out there and secure his money, like Zay said, because the Dolphins are doing great. That's what I got.
Chris Leo, make it make sense to me.
I might have to push back a little bit harder on this one. I think that yes, the player does have a responsibility, but the doctors work for the team. That's who pays their check, so their best interest should be with the team, and sometimes you got to save the player from himself. With what we all know, since we being athletes, we know that we want to play, we want to win. Once we get into game mode, we go through this threshold of pain. But I don't fault Tua too much. Well, I don't want to say that. I want to sympathize with Tua because if you look at his career, even in Alabama, he got his opportunity when who's the Philadelphia head quarterback? Jalen Hurts got hurt, so he understands how you can get hurt and lose your job. So I can understand the fear there. Then getting into the league with the hip situation, having to sit out, I can understand. Really want to just play, and like you said, it's a contract year. I can just understand the man want to get out there. But I do think the team failed him. Anytime you play 5 days, one game from 5 days, it's not enough time to recover from football. To be honest with you, I think that protocol should have been put in then. I think that he shouldn't have been allowed to go back into the second half of the previous game. And maybe some of this wouldn't have happened before, but I think the ball was dropped on that organization, and I hope I give the best wishes to Tua in his return, but I hope it was no foul play or no malpractice on this.
Well, I think I had no love for the Dolphins, but I have concern for a young man playing in this day and age, right? One of the biggest things that I have an issue with is I felt like the pressure was on for him to play. But what I do want to say is for him mentally, that's going to be a hard injury to recover from mentally and physically because it does leave you traumatic. I'm pretty sure in his head, he didn't imagine that his body would react to such a small impact, right? So him seizing up had to scare him. So in his mind, just like you have a knee injury, it takes a while before you get you really trust that knee again. So I think he's gonna see that hit. He's gonna be in the pocket and be like, "Is this the hit?" Or somebody about to sack me. I think it's gonna throw his game off for a while. But a neck injury, I don't know if you risk it because with a neck injury, man, you can't control that spine and you can end up paralyzed. And ain't no money worth that. That's just
not to cut you off, a concussion different. That's why I'm saying when you understand, like when your knee hurt, you're caught in of the whole accident. Like you see the person hit your knee feel, bro. You get a concussion. That's why you see people jump right back up because they don't even know they messed up. Like they don't know your head hit it, so you don't know. So when you got to the sideline, yeah, you gonna watch the tape and all that. But I feel y'all point. It just always gonna be hard for me in life. That's the thing. I don't know how I can separate the difference in I understand you and who's at fault. Like I would have did the same thing. I don't went to work sick before.
Yeah,
but I can never blame my boss for me going to work sick. I'm just sorry. It just in my head. I'm sorry. Just the accountability part. That's always gonna be hard. Because no matter my reason, that's Tua's reason. Yeah. That, no matter what, like it's just hard.
But even at your job, man, they tell you for the safety of the company and everyone else here, right. Stay home when you're sick. Right. Not to pile on for the Dolphins, but they do have a history of this. If you remember in 2017, Matt Moore got hit by what's the Pittsburgh Steelers player name? It escapes me right now, but he got hit, stayed out one play and came back in, and he had a full concussion.
Bro, Cameron Brake just got popped for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and almost ran to the wrong sideline this Sunday. Look, bro, this is football. It's a concussion.
Save players from players.
Huh?
They should be able to save players from players.
Oh, I feel you.
I want to say this, Mario. The official report has him as head and neck injury. Right. So when you hit that ground, I'm saying concussion is serious. But that neck injury, your spine.
He messed up. Listen, he is messed up. But right now, if you say Tua, do you want to play Sunday? He said, yeah. Oh, you know what? It's definitely not your fault, too.
Yeah, right.
You got there, you hurt again. It's everybody else's fault, except for yours. Except for the man who wants to be a millionaire. Like Tua is a millionaire. Like
if you're a doctor, you have to follow a certain protocol. If you're a general manager, you got to protect the asset of the team. If you're owner of the team, you want to protect a potential quarterback. You know how important the quarterback in the league. And we both know you have to save players from themselves sometime when they're adrenaline pumping. Yes, they're going to want to go back in the game. Cooler heads should be prevail, especially people that are not playing the game.
I'm just saying I agree about that. I just don't agree with it. I'm never going to agree with it's somebody's fault that a grown man like saving a grown man from something. That's like wearing seatbelts. Like I don't think you should get arrested for seatbelts. Like you're gonna arrest me for me not wanting to protect myself. Like that just like all that just never gonna sit right with me. That it's my fault. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I tell you what, I gotta change gears because I got me some turkey and dressing sitting in here. Hey,
what's her name? That's what you young kids calling ladies now.
Turkey and dressing.
You shut your ass up,
man.
Yeah, I call it. They coming out the trunk of his truck. I say, I don't know what you're in there doing, but I'm walking away from this trunk right now.
That's what what do most people do in the trunk of their truck?
I know.
Jackass.
Listen. Let's talk man law. We ain't did this in a while, bro. Y'all know how I feel about Tom Brady, all right? Y'all know how I feel about him. The man is Kobe, not even Kobe. Serena, Kobe, Brady. Their work ethic, their commitment, their passion. They are an amazing athletes, right? But we didn't also came to bat when the guy that wanted to take the knee, Tom Brady was like, yeah, I think he should be playing. So Tom Brady has got some love for people that want to hate him for some of his humane sides, right? When Antonio Brown was looking like he'd never get another job in the whole NFL, this man made the calls and against his coach's wishes say, we're going to put AB on this team. Not only did he give him a new contract on this team and a second chance, He allowed AB to come move into his house with him and his wife and family while he found somewhere else. Hey, transition in. We're gonna work out together, come to my house, eat my food, lay in my bed. I got you, bro. The man showed love. Even after AB got suspended and acted the ass, Tom Brady went to bat and said, hey, he's a professional, he's a good guy. Maybe he had a moment, yada, yada, yada. Since he's left football, we've seen Antonio Brown goddamn do stuff that nobody can defend. Just this weekend, he was in Dubai, putting his butt cheeks on a Caucasian woman.
Showing ass out.
He was in a pool, wanking his wiener in a pool, broad daylight. It's not a nighttime pool. He's in Dubai, exposing himself to pool guests, right? And then this weekend, he puts up an internet trolling piece of a picture of him and Tom Brady's wife and everybody has different takes on it. But while Tom Brady, that same friend, is going through a separation, for personal reason with his wife. His wife for what? I don't even know if they've been married 20 years, but the point is, his same friend that had you through thick and thin, and is probably going through a lot because they're living in separate houses. The dude that you went to bat for had the audacity to put stuff up trolling you, and it's not even trolling you. It's disrespectful. It is beyond disrespectful. I want to talk to y'all before the next topic about this violation. Like, what are your thoughts, man? Because I was like, bro, there's certain stuff you don't do no matter who you are, no matter what color you are as a man. There's stuff you don't do. Chris Leo, tell me something.
Man, this doesn't surprise me, man. This doesn't surprise me at all. You won't respect and honor from a man that recorded his people, his locker room after a win. You don't do that. You don't bring the camera into the locker room and record that. This is the same guy that tried to publicly shit on one of the best black head coaches, if not one of the best coaches in the NFL history, Mike Tomlinson. He tried to shit on him. I've been through it with AB. I always thought AB was a little bit of I don't know. I do like Put That Shit On. I do like that song, but other than that, man, I've been through with him, and the crazy thing is this: even gangsters have a code of no women and children. You mean to tell me, fuck boys don't got the same code, man? That's crazy, man. But hey, to each his own. That ain't my boy.
So you the ladies, man. Let's talk some man stuff.
That's crazy. Enough is enough. The man he's like a little kid. Jesus Christ. I don't know who's worse out of him and the baby right now. They running like a neck and neck tie. He just doing dumb shit on dumb. You going baby on baby. Because they just doing the dumbest shit ever. And he's lucky he's not in jail in Dubai for that stunt. Because they really don't play that over there at all. So I don't know, but I'm like you, Chris. I'm not amazed or surprised.
At all.
I'll tell you this. It ain't over because Dubai police, with that Islamic law, they're like everything cool. He go back there again, he might not leave.
His ass.
They don't play. They laws are ridiculous. And like we just had a show about this. Before you go traveling in these places, know they laws, man. Because, bro, no people don't play it. But I'll say this: if there was either any one of y'all and that happened too, bro, no matter what I got to risk, I got to give it to him. I got to get this man one to his mouth. You know what I mean? If he did that to one of my friends about his wife and family and kids,
come on, man.
Bro, I got
women and children are innocent, man. So that's just wild. I don't even understand. There's no reasoning for that. Don't do that.
Listen, man.
Don't do that.
Listen, I don't care what happened. I got that, bro. Yeah, so I'm surprised. Like people love Tampa Tom, so AB Butter not think that he that love.
You sound like you want to do the hit on him,
bro.
He sound like he want to punch him. Say,
bro, he was mad from the beginning. He slept in his house and ate his food.
Like real he's mad, man.
Bro, think about it as one of y'all, dog. Like, bro, you slept in my bed, you ate my food. And you put something up while I'm going through.
Come on, man.
Man, you got to see me. You got to see me every day, boy. This for my dog. And I be good. Mario.
I don't know, man. You know, that's what I'm saying.
I know I don't know.
Yeah, accountability. Because right now, he been known to have CTE. So
you don't CTE, all right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, when does it stop? That's what I'm saying. When does it stop? Because
corporate thugging. That's what you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? We know Antonio Brown is not all right upstairs.
I don't
Definitely
know, man. He's always been, even before he was doing stupid stuff in college, man. You go back, he's unpredictable.
Right.
He's unpredictable.
Hold on. You act like my boy wasn't doing stupid stuff in college. What's his name? Your fellow Patriot, starting in Florida.
Yeah.
Didn't he have CT?
Murderer.
Thank you. Yeah.
You wasn't the day that Hernandez was living.
Got that.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we know. That we know.
Get a spree would have begin on his black ass.
Part two.
Listen, so I'm saying though, bro, even if you funny and you ain't all there upstairs, it's consequences for your actions. So nah, bro. Nah. Listen, one thing I've seen the best people locally, and all men will tell you, bro, you don't play with a man and his wife. You know what I mean? Nah, you're going too far. So since I'm on the topic of unstable, just when I shared some videos highlighting some conversation pieces that I said, dang, Candace Owens, that was right. I liked her take on feminism, right? And just the other month, I was like, I get Kanye's rebellion against the shoe companies when in the end, who knew? Sway was right. Sway did have the answers.
How, Sway?
And then today, just when you thought you couldn't get any more stupider, maybe it's for trolling, I don't know. But certain things you can't do for the culture. Candace Owens and Kanye West, I believe they were at the Balenciaga fashion show, and they premiered their design shirts that says "White Lives Matter." There was an explosion through the communities. Internet is having a ball with it, right? And it's one of those things where let's just have a conversation, man. So he ain't played football. Y'all gonna say Kanye got CTE? Do I think Kanye's brilliant? I think he's an amazing artist. I think he's brilliant. But there's something about when the Negro get too out there where they just need to be kind of hurdled back in. The stuff with the baby mama, hell, to be honest, he became the nigga that he became the person he rapped about.
This to me, honestly, this is this is what happens when a nigga that's publicly tarred and has been publicly tarred and feathered. Kanye West spoke out in favor for black people one time when he said George Bush don't like black people. Ever since that whipping that he got from Massa, he ain't. Every time he make a comment now, it's in support of white people or trying to get their validation. This is the same guy that says slavery was a choice. This is the same guy that was that wore the MAGA hat, hugging Trump. However you feel about it now, you know how you feel about it then. You know how people feel differently about Trump now. But this is the same guy that was doing that shit. So nothing he does surprises me. Is him, Lil Wayne, Kevin Gates. They have some unique need to gain acceptance from white folks. In my opinion, just my opinion. Every time they get a chance, they always saying how F Black Lives Matter, F black people done did, white people done did more for me, and all that other stuff. As far as the shirt, I don't know. It got Pope John Paul on it, the second, I think. I don't know what the meaning of that. You know what goes on in those Catholic churches. So I have no idea what's going on with that. But he's not going to get me. He's not going to get me. But the thing that I want you guys to look out for: how many black tap dancing monkeys gonna buy that shirt just so they can show their master, look, accept me. I'm saying white lives matter. But that's on y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I just thought it was sucker move. But that's me. Turn your mic on.
I said what I said before was, I said maybe he's trying to provoke some conversation. But now, one thing I think he's learned from the Kardashians is all publicity is publicity. Like they die if they don't trend, right? So think about it. He lives for it. So with that outrageous culture canceling action he did today, what's the talk of the day? Who is goddamn getting shared a million times today? Kanye. Kanye's trying to push a product. And I'm not for excusing it. I'm saying, like, dang, bro, you didn't really got caught up in this system where I'll do anything to be talked about. And I think that's a dangerous place that a lot of celebrities get caught up in, where I'm just gonna say some outrageous shit, get people to talk, and then go. But you know, all right, man, we gotta let him go.
Who we gonna drive him for?
Damn, I don't know.
Who do we want in return? Jack Harlow?
No,
I don't say.
We got Robin Thicke.
We can't get Tom. Tom is the epitome of white man. So we got to go a little. Well,
but he's an ally. Tom Brady's an ally.
Well, look,
he just stood in the paint.
I'll leave the trade up to you. We asking for Tom though.
Or Robin Thicke.
No, he's not equivalent.
Hey, well, I'm giving the Super Mario since I can't see Zay up there.
Oh God. When I was like, man, Kanye strikes again in so many ways, right? So I like to analyze people, and these are my beliefs. These have nothing to do with the rest of the Black super friends. So I say, well, you can't understand why a crazy person do crazy shit, right? My grandma, she said, stop trying to understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bear trying to understand why a snake crawl, right? It just do, and you just do. So I said, well, I'm not trying to understand Kanye, but let me see how he can benefit from this and what trajectory can be open from this. So then the first thing I looked at is he's in the biggest fight of his life for his rights from Adidas, right? So, and Balenciaga, right? So like, he's like going back and forth with this, with his most passionate thing besides music is fashion. So he's like, how can I be provocative, like what Tudor said, and just be trendy? Like, how do I push my sales to sway the people that buy stuff and purchase at a higher level, like who sit in boardrooms? How do I sway those people, the cult like followers of people, to on my side, so I can have an army to fight what I feel is my adversary right now? His first ploy was, come on, black people, they trying to take the black man down. And that shit didn't work. People still bought Yeezys. So now he like, well, okay, but white lives matter. What's the one thing I could do to galvanize the other people? Say white lives matter. So now all these hillbillies gonna go out and buy all this stuff, and all the white people who were secretly racist gonna buy all this stuff, and now they have not all the police people, now all these people, not even black people, they're gonna go buy this stuff because white lives matter, and because they've been wanting to say white lives matter the whole time, and the black man made it. So when you're talking about selling a product, it's genius. When you're talking about a person who understands how to galvanize and like the 48 laws of power, I always go back to that, because it's like knowing your adversary. Like, you have to know who you're fighting against. And I believe Kanye knows that to the 10th power, because he is that. You know what I'm saying? So I believe he became the people who he fighting against to beat them. And I believe in war, sometimes you have to be that. You know what I'm saying? America do it. We break the laws that we institute to win a war that we can't do under our laws. And the last thing I thought is, I said, well, damn. In my ruckus mind, I've heard people tell me all the time, it should never be wrong to say Black Lives Matter, because Black lives do matter. I've heard it from the mountaintops. I've heard black people say it. I've seen white people wear shirts that say Black Lives Matter. Spanish people stand up. Gay people come up and they say, every time a white person say, well, white lives matter too. Yeah, so why I can't just say Black Lives Matter? Well, okay. Well, they have a shirt that say white lives matter. Why are black people so mad? Because we're supposed to be equal. We're all supposed to be God's people. So why are you mad that it's a shirt that say white lives matter? Because white lives matter too. Black lives matter, white lives matter. So if white people or anybody who wants to wear that shirt wears white lives matter, it seemed hypocritical that the same people that said, "Hey, we should be able to say our lives matter." Why are you upset if somebody wants to say another person's lives matter to them? So I was like, I just had a mix of emotions all around the board, because we're not going to the foundation. We're talking about the simple words. Like that's what I heard people. I went back and did some. I'm gonna give it to Zay. I heard like a whole bunch of revolutionary people saying you cannot be mad at the words "Black Lives Matter" because Black lives do matter. Why is that offensive? So there we go. So then he put "White Lives Matter" on the back of his shirt and didn't say a word. And I seen uproar from the same black people who was so mad when they said Black Lives Matter. And I said, well, damn.
I'm sorry, Jay, to cut you off, but the only thing I would say is this: anytime I seen a white person wear a Black Lives Matter shirt, I think the intent was to show allegiance, show that we are our ally, and to gain favor. That's what I thought. So I have no problem with White Lives Matter shirt. I have no problem with white people in general. But I just know if I see a black person in it, what you're trying to do. You're trying to get acceptance from the white community by wearing that shirt. In the same way that the white person was trying to gain acceptance from black people from wearing that shirt. The only difference is there isn't a horrendous murder publicly that galvanized this movement. That's the only difference to me.
Gazzarelli.
What up? Well, you guys all brought some great points. I'm sorry, Mario. I was going to echo what you said. I only heard one word, and that was trending. And if I know Kanye West, like you guys have just explained him, that was his number one goal. And he picked who else as his ally except for Candace. So he knew he was going to get men and women riled up. Why? He's a businessman. Something's up his sleeve. We know that for sure. Like Mario said, he learned from the best. And when you are a student of such, sometimes you actually come up and meet or beat that individual. So I'm not surprised. And who gives a crap outside of the fact that there are black people wearing White Lives Matter? White people wear Black Lives Matter. Hell, the police even have Blue Lives Matter. Who cares? It's America. That's their opinion. That's what they want to do. I always tell you, they rich. They got rich people problems. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Absolutely nothing for me and you. Because we still got to get our black asses up and go to work in the morning. Fuck Kanye and Candace. Who's next?
Well, I can't disagree with that one. I definitely think he's up to something. But
100%.
Being able to trend is power. And that's the new thing now. Yeah, that's the new thing now. Hey, look at how many people view this story. Listen, that hashtag, we can push a product through them. So I think it's weird. Just like I think some of the stuff that come on my timeline as a story, it's like, what if old Moneybag and so got back together? Like, this is a real news story. Like, some of the stuff I see on our news story is like, who gives a damn? But I'll see a million comments of people that apparently are engaged when there's so much other important stuff going on. So I guess I'm officially one of the old people, like when we grew up, like some of the stuff that they entertain us with is dumb as hell, man. And I say that to say, look how we've changed. I remember growing up, I used to drive up to my people's house with my music banging, down. So disrespectful. Walk in the house, leave the car running. Uncle or granddad, hey, cut that goddamn music off. We didn't see a problem with it. We were like, man, what you tripping? You know what I mean? And then you get older now, let somebody do that in front of your house. Boy, you don't cut that goddamn music off. Same thing, man.
Hey, one thing I say, Tootie, not to cut you off. One thing I know that this word keep reminding me all over. And my granddad used to always say black people so emotional, and I see it is. Like it's so easy to rile us up. It's so easy. That's all you gotta do is put that on, and then everybody just forget about all the rest of the world. Now everybody worried about Kanye. Everybody mad. But I'm saying, what do mad get you? Like, what do marching get you? Why do you give a damn if a white person think your life matter? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like at the end of the day, like, bro, we gotta stop this. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just not a to life. You gotta stop being a sucker. Like, if a duck is a duck on Monday, it's dead on Friday. Like you can't just keep going in and out, bro. Like right now, bro, we have the power to do a lot of stuff for ourselves right now, bro. I'm never gonna get over, bro. I'll stay in Atlanta, bro. I see billionaires, millionaires blowing money daily, driving down Atlanta where it's poor black people on the streets. Poor black people, one of the highest population of homeless people that are black is in Atlanta. One of the highest, top 5.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most prolific black cities is what? Atlanta. So that's what I'm saying. Accountability got to count for something, man. When we, as a people, start looking for somebody to blame, start worrying about shit that don't pay us, and start focusing on what we gonna do to make our lives better and our kids' lives better, we will be something better. Dog, right? I stay in Atlanta. People talk that shit all the time. Oh yeah, this. Like people always. Well, what do we do for our people? How many people you gave a ride last week? Huh? How many single moms in the grocery store you pay for their gas? Huh? How many brothers you know you try to help find a job? How many friends? That's what I'm saying. People always want to get on their soapbox and march and do all that crazy ass shit, but then you don't really do shit. You just like to talk. That's why we always get whooped, because we don't understand war. We always want to be sympathetic and want demand, so we call it to feel sorry for us. Bro, who gives a fuck if white lives matter? Everybody life shit matter to them. Shit, I don't give a damn who life matter, except for the people around me. And I think we got to start thinking like that. But it's just crazy how this was trending. This man ain't say a damn word. He posted a picture with Candace, who people already posted, and they had a shirt on looking at some black kids singing in a circle. And then this went like ridiculous. Right now, but at the same, if Kanye West right now post a post and say, hey, this is the way you buy stocks at this high level. This is the way you get dividends. This is the way it'll get skipped 1,000 times. But the same people will cry when he wear that damn sweater. Man, fuck that sweater. Man, you got to learn how to get some money, man. That's where you're gonna get. That's what Kanye know. That's why he always go back to, I'm a billionaire and I don't have to listen to y'all peons. And no matter what stupid stuff he do, guess what he do? Be on top. Because the capitalist society, money rules. And that's
when you right, you right now. You right. That boy is quoted as saying after that picture passed that I am a leader.
Right, bro. Come on.
Take that, put that shit in your pipe and smoke it because he's rich. He got rich people problem. Sorry, he's wealthy. It's wealthy people problem.
Came out Kanye, and now he understood. In order for me to make the people walk, I have to get the money. So I'm gonna become. See, I don't want to be a millionaire. It's a lot of niggas that's millionaires. I want to be a billionaire. Now I'm in the dope. Whether you want me or not, I'm in the dope. Whether you want, I got to be in the boardrooms because I own the board. So that's why he's told Gap, I'm not gonna let people who broker than me tell me.
Tell me.
Come on, bro. Like that. When you get a nigga that power, there's a lot of people right now saying Kanye this, Kanye that, Kanye that. Bro, Kanye can come give you a number right now, and you will be Kanye chauffeur. All them same people who talking that shit, I'll be at him cleaning his
roller.
Right.
With an all whites matter t-shirt on, long sleeve. Fuck out of here.
Right now,
fuck out of here.
That's to Kanye. So come on, bro. Let's start acting like we as a people not failing daily, bro. Fuck that sweater. We got so much other stuff to worry about than Kanye and Candace Owens wearing a damn sweater. We always knew. It's not like Obama wore the sweater. I ain't trying to be funny. It's not like Farrakhan wore the sweater. Somebody who we know is with us. It's two people who we know been, like Chris said, shucking and jiving all the time. So why we should expect this and say, yeah, nigga, don't get him and don't give him what he want. Yeah, nigga, and then keep going.
Yeah. But they don't know how to do that though, because they like mess.
Future reference, we're gonna say Negroes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
I don't own a pair of Yeezys.
Sponsors out the window this week. Yeah.
From Adidas.
Sweet Willie. Sweet Willie, come on back.
Come on.
Don't worry about it. Just a couple of N-words.
Let me ask you something, because we had a conversation about growth earlier. And I want to tell y'all, listen, brothers, that show that I do it, man, my mama told me how proud she was of that show that me and Pastor Jamie and Love It and me. My mom was like, that was good, son. And you know, Pastor Wright is, you know, she's funny about her, what she watches. But that was a good show. And we talked about, I asked him a question about pivots. And I thought about y'all guys, because I remember who we all were 50 years ago, you know, under a street light, damn sure probably couldn't picture ourselves here. I say it all the time, but there had to be a moment at some point where your life pivoted, where you said, "Nah, this ain't it," or you just said, "I want more. I got a plan. I got a dream. I got an idea." Like it was a moment you said, "Pow, next level." House of Leo, you got something for me?
Yeah, I think that mine was when I decided to stop selling cocaine.
Oh God, allegedly.
Okay. Um, I Here's the thing. I always had an issue with it or a paradox with it because I'm profiting off it, but my mom is suffering from she's addicted to cocaine or whatever. So I always had like a issue of feeling about it. But like I tell people all the time, man, the drug is so addictive, and it's not just addictive to the people that's using it. It's the people that's selling it, man. You get so addicted to the money coming in and out of your hand. You get addicted to the power, how you could be 20-some years old and you can control a 40-some-year-old man, tell them to do anything, have them waiting all day and just treat them like shit. And then sometimes, and to the point where they still grown, so they're going to try to handle you. So now you got to handle them. And now you're a 20-some-year-old man handling a grown-ass man. And it just puts you in a really, really, really bad space, man. I can't unsee the things that I've seen. I can't undo the things that I've done, man. I've seen it. I've seen the worst. So for me personally, I think that the day that I decided to do that, it was the day I pivoted and changed my life, because that it took so much, man. And then you go from making your money coming in that way to now you just got to work and you got to start. It's like you got to start all over, and you spend 20 to 30, not gaining soft skills, not gaining transferable skills to work. And now you got to go back and you're doing hard labor trying to get yourself out, man. I just think that, but I also think that I've seen so many homes get tore up. I've seen so much violence from it. And I just think it was the best move I ever made. And if I had to say at any point in my life, that was the pivot that was most important to me.
Gonzarelli.
I don't know, Horace. That was a great question when you asked that. I think for me, Chris, that is a hard one. I walked that walk with you, brother. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowing what to do because all the skills that you did learn can't do a damn thing for you in the next on that next rung of the ladder. But I was gonna say the pivot for me to just when I realized that I like my freedom more than anything else. So I deemed myself unemployable and I work for myself. That takes a pair of cojones because boy, it's not easy. Sometimes it's the greatest world ever. And then sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody, not my daughter or my mama or anybody, because I don't know if I just made the biggest mistake of my life and I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. And maybe I need to go back to the work world. But whatever it is, that nervous energy, I like it. It keeps me thriving. It keeps me going. I want to get to that pinnacle where I have mastered my freedom, being financially free. Because at that point, everything that I need is covered financially, and everything that I want to do, I can. And that's what it's all about. So me making that pivot or realizing that I need to make that pivot, that's my point. What about you?
I'm trying to figure it out, right? I am really trying to figure it out. The easy part was, and it's sad, is all of us gonna be, I guess, that moment where we left the streets. And I'm thinking that it got to be something else, but I think that's what it is. Kendall was my blueprint. After having Tyler and Mari, when Kendall was born, I lost my instincts. You know what I mean? I lost my instincts. I wanted to sing. I really was craving to be a regular dude, like be a daddy. Like when I see Mario with his kids now in his home, that's what I wanted. I just wanted to be a regular person. So I created a fake resume. Just luckily that the people in Lake Park didn't check it. So created a fake resume with all this experience, got on the job, do this. I'm like, show me how you do it. So I didn't have no experience at all. But I got on the back of that garbage truck, man. So I went from being that to making $9 an hour, uh, $9 an hour, and getting paid and probably having $50 to make it 2 weeks. But it was a humbling time, bro. I must say that. But when I left the street, everybody told me I was stupid. I was cooter whipped, and how you walk away and all that stuff. But I really just wanted to be a regular person. Like I wanted to be working 9 to 5, pick my kid up from daycare, come home, watch TV and all that stuff. And I really did that for a while. I would go to work on the back of a garbage truck. I was so happy to be on the back of a garbage truck, making a check, get off, pick up Kendall, we go home. I cook dinner, bathe them. So I think that was my pivot. And then barely making, like, okay, this is cool, but I'm making $9 an hour and I'm having 50. This ain't gonna get it. And I think that motivated me to say, like, okay, this is good. And it took a lot of work, but if I work a little harder, I can get more. And then I got my first promotion. Then it made me work harder to get another promotion. And I always say overall, the work ethic, being rewarded for my work ethic probably was my pivot in life. So yeah, I wanted to be Bill Cosby, man. I think that was it. That was a good transition. Super Mario Senior.
That's crazy. I thought for sure all y'all were gonna talk about when y'all had y'all kids. That's crazy. Cause now it's like we definitely damn sure beating the drum, but cause I concur with all of y'all. But I think that mine was a little bit different. I think when I moved to Atlanta the last time, I definitely said I prayed and said, God, if you can show me a way, then I'd never sell drugs again. Like anything. Like I don't give a damn if a bitch give me a illegal piece of aspirin right now. Nah, bro, I don't want it. Because one thing I learned about it is after seeing, like Chris said, just seeing so much in the streets, like because I wasn't just locked into one drug. I sold a lot of shit. So I sold because I wasn't indoctrinated into one crash of a drug. I was like, I needed wherever the money was going, that's where I was going. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like Chris said, you get so wrapped up into the lifestyle of the abundance of stuff that come from it. It's not just the like because you can go make $100,000 and you still don't get that same feeling. For one, when you sell the drug, most likely you're going to be working with your homeboys. Let's just break this down. You're working with your homeboys. So the people that you love the most and hang out with the most, those are your compadres at work. Mm-hmm. Most likely you're going to be waking up on your hours. You're going to be doing stuff you want to. You can live a nightlife and still make money. You can do anything you want to and still be incorporating money as it comes. And then you get the fruits of being in the lower, the dark world, where like you getting people who steal, who gonna give you discounts, and people who all the barter stuff that you get from just a little piece of nothing, you can get whole TVs and clothes unlimited for your kids. It's just crazy, right? And then like Chris said, not to go on and on, but then you get the common. I looked at everything a rich person say. If you sell drugs, you're gonna get that too. Cause then I can have by the snap of a finger somebody wash my car, my mama car, cut the grass, go to Sonic's and get me a burger and drive it all the way back to me while I'm sitting in the yard. Like every amenity that I'm pretty sure that you would think somebody who was rich had, I had.
Mm-hmm. Uber before Uber.
And these people twice your age.
Uber Eats.
Yeah. And then people just begging, right? So when you think about all this kind of stuff like this, you be like, man, what was the hard part? The hardest part was leaving all of that and saying, like Chris said, like I had wasted 10 to 15 of my best years of starting from the bottom to not entering the workforce. So when you enter the workforce, now you have the mind of a king. The person now, I ain't know. And now you're at the bottom. So you talking about a pivot. See, I just had, for me to even have to listen to somebody who I know couldn't stand 2 seconds where I used to be at, it was a humbling experience. And then to understand that I can always go back to doing that. Because I know what I know. Like them trades, like Chris said, they don't transfer to this world, but that world never stops. So me making that transition was humbling too, because I had to do nothing but only work. The first time in my life, I had to say, like Tootie said, that's when I started understanding that the numbers that people was throwing out really wasn't no money. Now people was like, oh, all you gotta do is make $40,000. All you gotta do is make $30,000. Yeah, that's cool if you do this on the side. But if you just make $30,000, yeah, you don't have no money. You see what I'm saying? So it's cool when you hear a nigga say, oh, I made $30,000. Yeah, you make $30,000, but then you know you need to do other stuff on the side. So then it make you expand yourself as a man. You're like, now, okay, I got to go find something else to do legit. I got to go do this. I gotta stop buying that. I got to do, it make you grow up. And now you see with all the stuff you were saying, what people around you were saying about why men act like that is because they don't have the luxury of a spoiled child. And actually, hustling at a young age, that's what you become, a spoiled child. Because you can get anything you want, but it's not without working for it. Because it sells itself. You're not really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So me moving to Atlanta and saying I'm not gonna do nothing was a hard job because I had so many resources to be whatever I wanted to be in any world I wanted to be, and so many connections. And then I was still working at a job that I was just the bottom of the road. But then working my way up now, I see that it needed to be done. And I believe that's what made me go to that level with Tootie was just talking about. I'm gonna close at the end. Is that I'm just a bitch head. Like when I was young, I knew I was going to jail. I was prepared to go to jail. It was how long was I not going to jail? It was okay. I'm gonna do crimes that keep me up under 10, because I could knock a 6 or 7 out on my hand. It's that 10 get me a little weary. I might have to fight a little more. I have to stamina. It might extend my sentence. That's crazy. That was my thinking when I was younger. Now I don't want to do 10 minutes. So that's another reason it make you pivot too, because when you work you see how long it takes for you to build this up. Boy, it's so hard now, boy. You gotta lose it all. Then you got to start all the way back over. It don't even become worth it no more. You know what I'm saying? And now you can understand that. And you understand life. Like right now, shoot, I let a nigga hump me, go around me, and listen, I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? So I think me stopping the hustle is crazy. Is like what pivoted my life, because it made me actually look at life for what it was and not the fantasy that I thought was being life. And you know what the craziest thing is? Now when I sit back and look at people, if we was all in this world together, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, I was just having a talk with one of my homeboys, and I was like, dang, I want him to get it. Because, I'm that kind of person. Like, I get it, I want everybody around me to get it, right? I want all this to be. So I'm like, dang, but I had to understand. I couldn't have seen it. When I was there, it was people who was telling me the same thing I'm telling them. So then I had to extend grace and just pray a little harder, because I understand what I'm saying to him is still foreign. Because he ain't even begin to walk that road yet. And I couldn't even imagine walking it at 40. It was hard walking it at 30. But at 40, started at the bottom of a warehouse or at a kitchen or at something. Woo. And you're going to have a 22-year-old guy out of college and tell you, all right, boy, that's a, and I think that's what keep most men hustling. I ain't going to lie to you. Because they try. I believe more men want to stop hustling than the world give them credit for. There's a lot of men who actually want to stop, but that's it. They want to stop hustling and make $100,000. They want to get paid $70,000 out the gate, and they willing to stay there for 2 months, and then they want another raise for $5,000 every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way the world works.
Or think they can wash cars and do barbecue grills into that same money, and that just ain't gonna be like that, man.
Or what they said, Chris, they don't want to work for nobody. So there you go. Now they take the entrepreneur route, not knowing a damn thing about business, and say I'm in face. And then, like you said, I got the money. I'm gonna buy me a van, and you think you gonna wash
barbecue grill?
Here go the hard truth. For every dollar I made on them streets, I tell them I paid it back. Any dollar I made, I paid it back, boy. But we don't want to do that work. There's a lot of our partners still out there. And the truth is, for whatever you think I got now, I promise you, boy, I had to pay it back, boy. It takes some work, but it's worth it. And I know some dudes, that's the trade-off. Like, I'm just in it now. I've been doing it so long that, shit, I can't do that 9 to 5 because it ain't the same. But I'm going to tell you one thing that bothers me, and it stuck in my head, and it's a statement that changed my life. Andre 3000 said, you can't be the king of the parking lot forever. I heard that one day, and it just stuck in my head for the longest, bro. And that good at my I don't recall ever graduating at all. Sometimes I feel like I'm a disappointment to y'all, bro. Listen, them boys,
Bro, I used to listen
bruh,
to
bruh.
on the boy by myself. I used to be like, God, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I know I was a question to ask y'all. I know we going over. Like, it'd be like sometimes you gotta think about. I be looking at life. I'm 40 now, right? So I'm old. So as I get older, I start thinking my next step in life is senior citizen, right? You know, you got kid, baby, pre-teenager, teenager, then you got adult, then you got once you hit 40, your next step is a 65, you're a senior citizen, right? So I be looking at it, I be like, dang, bro, like you just said, some of my homeboys really like, I'm in it. But I be like, bro, do you understand? Like, in a little while, you ain't gonna be able to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? And I think that's what I'm so scared of for so many people I love, because I know, like, bro, all it takes is one. I seen my uncle have a stroke at 50, but he been working all his life. But he been working off, he's living off of his money that he put up. So what if you ain't put no money up?
Oh boy,
Well, I say, man, it's hard. It's hard to you are just addicted to that drug as that user are.
Yeah.
You're addicted to that lifestyle. You're addicted to how it comes. You're addicted to all that, man. And the crazy thing is, I can't speak for all of them, but I used to try to unsend stuff as far as like, oh, I'm not gonna sell to the kid or the woman, as if some kind of way you can unsend this. You can't unsend this. And for what you said, Horace, I don't know if you can ever pay that back. I speak for myself. Some of the things that I seen and had to do, and I don't know if I can ever pay those back. I think my judgment is coming
That's
on.
the thing about it is you not see. That's the thing about it is, you know, I gotta go my route, which is the religious route. It was never the design for you to pay it back. That's the greatness about it. It was designed for you to pay it
Who
back.
paid it? Who paid it?
Jesus paid it all.
Paid it all.
Guess what?
Paid it all. That's why it's so great that you don't even have to rest your little head, man. Don't even have to worry about it.
That's why I ain't got nothing in the bank for.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. Listen, I'm telling you,
I'm waiting for them to take it out of my student loan.
I worked like a dog for them couple years before I seen like that. When I say paid it back, bro, that transition from streets to regular, bro, it takes some work and people don't want to do it, bro. They naive.
Well, whoop you, boy. I had to go to the back of the warehouse sometimes and just sit there and be like, why have you forsaken me? I kill this nigga.
What? Listen, I'm 20, so I'm about to be 30. I'm on the back of a garbage truck, boy. First time I'm on the back of a garbage truck, I ride through Lake Paul. I'm like, Lake Paul is small. Until I got on the back of the garbage truck where you got to go down every street. Boy, I threw up the first 3 days. 3 days.
Bro, I tell you, bro, when I was in Atlanta, it's the coldest. When I moved up there the last time, it said this creed. To this date, you can Google it. It's the coldest winter. The coldest 4 days in Atlanta history was there when I was outside. I'm like, bro, there's no way Atlanta gets cold, bro. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. I'm going home, bro. I'm out there with a thin sweater. I got like Kurt telling me, bro, don't worry about it. You got it, bro. I'm like, man, listen, well, I'm not, man. You got people riding by throwing trash at the car. I'm like, man, this, but you know,
try your shit.
I swear to God, boy. I swear to God, dog. Like, I wish I had went down that road earlier because you need to do it, and then the money is only the byproduct of what you do. The byproduct, man. The lessons you learn, of humility, of understanding, of patience, of gratefulness that you learn while you going in that transition. That's life, man.
I ran long, but I really want to get this one out because it's gonna be next week before I see y'all again. Quickly, I'm gonna ask y'all something since we all talked about our pivots. How did you feel the first time you found out you was gonna be a father? When you find out, yeah, boy, them days of party hardy is done. Or when you find out that Chris, I need some of that money. Zay, I ain't gonna tell you what I said.
What?
Don't say it.
Yeah, I had a good one too. I said, nah, I'm just gonna say it tonight. Zay, latest man.
Man, I think it's a combination of it's a combination, man. It's nervous energy. You know, first is like it's a combination between oh shit and I did it. You feel me? Like oh shit, but oh shit, she pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? The only information that we ever got about women being pregnant when we were little was all bad. Well, don't get that girl pregnant. This gonna happen. This, you know what I'm saying, all these things. But we saw individuals who had kids early, and you know what I'm saying, we saw them making it happen. So I've never ever felt like I was ready. So any other time when something like this happened, I'm thinking, I got this. But like with working, like my good brother Mario said, you learn going through this. It makes a man out of you. But as the question I asked in the beginning, when you first found out, it was a combination of old shit, nervous energy, man. I'm happy that I'm finally finna be a father, but what the hell do I do? What about you? Hard, because I think you, for now, Horace beat you out, but you were in a close second. How did you feel about it?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, it's easy.
I actually watched it. That's why I'm asking you. I want to see how you felt on the inside.
Oh, just nervous and scared. Like, I didn't know what to do. Then I felt like I know what my family expected me to be, right? Then I understood who they inspired me to be and who I did, right? So I always felt like I could clean it up because I wasn't that far gone. And then when that happened, it was like, man, I got to be like, I don't even know what a father is, but whatever it is, I got to do it. I got to do that. And then that's the scariest place is when you don't have nobody saying, bro, I got you and I'm going to go through it with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still a kid. So I think the first thing I done broke my mama's heart. My mom worked too hard for me to disappoint her like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, out of all I took my mama through, like, I do this to her. Come on, man. The second thing I thought is, damn, who I got the baby from? Oh man, I don't even know how this gonna end. Like, what we're gonna do about this? You know what I'm saying? But I tell you no lie, dog. A lot of people don't know this. I'm sharing this with the show. This is an exclusive. When she told me she was pregnant, I said, we sat down and I told her, don't worry about it. Whatever it is, I got it, and I'm gonna make sure we have it. I said, we got to call our parents and tell them. She said, wait, let me find out a way to tell my dad. I said, all right. I said, you sure? But we can call them over here right now. I got you. Let's do this. If I sell my car, whatever, walk to work, whatever. That's exact words. 40 minutes later, vroom, car pull up in my driveway. The goddamn son and got my daughter. I said, son, we didn't have a plan. What the?
I'm gonna do the honorable thing.
So they look like now I look like a scum bucket because I look like I was trying to, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta send my lady to talk for me.
Right. I wanted to face it head on, like, hey man, you know, whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. Hey, I don't run from fucking it is what it is. So I'm like, and so then that happened, and then I seen I seen my baby mama at that age because she was young too. I seen her actually in her light, like, damn, bro, she don't know what's going on right now. Like, I seen her just like crying and like, damn, our conversation. I'm like, remember I said this? She did. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Where am I going? So it just made that situation was just like, I was mind blown. I think I was just, I don't think I really understood what I was going through till like years later. Honestly, I think for the first couple of years, I was just like in like a just emotion, just trying to get by. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, honestly. Just being real.
Well, listen, before I go to Chris, I actually wanted to have a baby. That's how effed up I was. Listen, I ain't had nothing going on in life. I'm work. All my uncles, none of them went to college. I came back from college. All of them graduated high school, met a chick, got a job, got married, had a baby. You know what I mean? So that was what I thought you just. I'm dating somebody. And I damn sure was still doing some high school stuff. So I was a club shooter. So when I had the baby, I was like, okay, boy, I got my son coming. I never thought it was gonna be a girl for some reason, but I was like, I got my son coming. I'm gonna have something to do. It's gonna help me it's gonna motivate me. We're gonna get our place together. I'm gonna get a job and my son. And when I had Tyler, man, I was excited. You know what I mean? I was amazed. I was happy. And working at the post office, got a new kid, and then I got hurt on the job, and then life got real. Cause all them people that I, took care of when I was on the streets, when I came back, I was like, hey, can I borrow some money for some milk? Hey, can I get this? I ain't got it. I'm like, well, I know this joker got it. So, yeah, I knew, bro. I was like, okay. So, Yeah, I was actually excited to have my first kid, and I expected it, and I was looking forward to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the one thing I can say.
Okay. Well,
He
Well,
was
maybe
it must have
excited.
been pretty emotional for that guy.
Yeah.
I see. We hope to see you soon, Horace. He was leaving so fast. But for me, man, I would have to say this: to tell the story about the first time I had a child. I had to tell. I mean, to tell the story about the first time becoming a dad. I had to tell the story about the first time I had a child. Like, okay, me and her had, me and her had been going through it for a little while or whatever, and like we had previously had a child. I had a stillborn. Now I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys know anything about stillborns, but you have to actually have a baby, but it's not alive or whatever. And that experience completely like changed me. It turned me to a different person, and to the point where it made me scared to be intimate with her. So even after the first miscarriage, I mean stillbirth, we sparingly was intimate together. So when she did get pregnant and tell me, I go through all kinds of emotions, man. Paranoia, I go through jealousy, I go through hurt, I go through scared and fear, all that, because in my mind, and then I was a coward, man. The first thing I say is, "Oh, who baby that is?" I deny the baby because I know I'm the one. I've been cheating, like cheating the whole time because I stopped being intimate. I slowed down being intimate with her, but that didn't mean I slowed down being intimate. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I was because she even told me we hadn't been together 2 months before that date, and then a month after she told me. So in my mind, dog, I'm thinking, well, you got to be November 18th pregnant. That's it. You got to be a November 18th pregnant because I don't have no experience with dealing with other women with pregnancy because I never was dating a woman seriously that was had a baby or anything like that. So I go to the doctor's meeting and I'm telling the doctor, like, look, hold on, she's supposed to be this day pregnant. Doctor can't tell you none of that. Like in my mind, I'm thinking the doctor's supposed to agree with me. She's supposed to be this day pregnant, but the doctor can't tell you that. So all he could do is tell you about when it's gonna come and then do the math from there, and the math worked out. So I was just like, you know what? I made an ass out of myself, but from here on out, once this baby come, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do. And I fell in love with my child the first time I seen her, and that's all I wanted to do. I gave up a lot of things for it.
Oh man. Well, I think I can all speak for everybody. Your life is all about you, your selfish desires and everything. But the minute you see your baby, your life changes. The minute you leave the hospital, you used to could go anywhere without no regard. Like you don't be thinking about now you got a kid. I couldn't go nowhere 'cause I'm thinking like my baby. I didn't want to go on a trip. I didn't want to be too far from my baby. So yeah, people don't know that about men. Like, bro, that kids, period. When you have a child, man, it changes forever. What I would say if it's a real dude. The first time I seen Tyler, my mind was all about my son all the time. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing. Well, we lost Mario, and then I lost
Get
myself.
past that.
Bruh,
What's y'all got going
I
on?
was looking like, where the fuck am I at? This is
Get
just
past
went
that.
somewhere else. Like I went into another vortex. But since we missing him, I'm gonna close the show out on that. He'll be back next episode for those that choose to see, man. Closing comments, House of Leo.
Oh man, thank you guys for showing up today. I didn't expect this show to be this emotional, but I appreciate being able to share this conversation with y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all being able to share it with all of you guys in the audience, and even the people that get the rerun, man. Thank you guys for coming. Don't forget to support the movement. Send your Cash App donations to BSF Worldwide. That's Cash App. BSF Worldwide from the House of Leo.
Ladies, man.
My brother, I'm going to second. Chris, support the movement. The BSF Cash App moniker is in the comment section. Once again, I always say thank you for coming out and listening to us. You could have been doing anything else. Tag a friend, share, repost. If you like the comments, we always urge our listeners to hit the inbox. Let us know about some issues, topics that you would like to hear us discuss or that you guys would like to chime in. And we're going to do our best to try to bring you guys some fresh information that's going to be updating for our community as well. So thank you. Artie.
Super Mario, what I got you.
Hey man, yeah man, I've been having technical difficulties. We're having a party out there like it's 1999 because my little man is 3, man. I'm just so happy, man. You just don't understand. I never thought I'd be this happy, man. And some of the stuff I didn't even know I needed in life, I'm seeing now, and it's amazing, man. So I appreciate y'all for sharing the Monday with me, man. So shout out to my son, man, and my wife and everything, and my daughter and everybody. And thank y'all, man, because if y'all didn't come out, we'd just be talking to each other on Mondays. So even though I like these guys, I don't want to talk to them on Monday without y'all. So y'all come back next Monday, please, so I have to talk to these guys by myself. See y'all next
It's wild, man. How come? Hold up, where is Wapo? He downstairs?
Nah, he upstairs. His grandma them here. You know, he wide open.
Shout out to my nephew. Definitely happy birthday. I know I shot you a message. We didn't get to talk today, but definitely happy birthday to him. Also, shout out my boy, man. Happy anniversary. Black people do get married. They do celebrate. I got a chance to take a part. Me and Horace actually got a chance to take a part. I don't know how we forgot about that, but man, I thought you do your vows every 10 years or whatever. My boy said, listen, we gonna freshen up on this every year. And I actually liked it, an anniversary little party deal, but I'm always in for celebrating Black love. So shout out to my boy Doug Lawson.
That's real. I like y'all pictures.
Yes, to close I want to give this shout out. I want to give a big shout out to my BM. She had a second baby daughter this weekend, and I want to give a big shout out to her and her family. Congratulations on your new addition.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing, man. It's definitely a blessing. It's gonna be a blessing to see Kylie be a big sister.
Well, I ain't gonna, full disclosure, I'm gonna just say it. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't get a boy. I would have been real pissed if he would have got a boy. I know it's bad.
It might be safer though, cause I think all the time. I think I'm glad I did have boys, cause Poo Poo took it very nice, but it was a long time. It was just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
A long time it was just me and her. So now with 2 boys, she happy because her only brothers. But I don't know. You have another little girl right after you, but the good thing about it is Kylie's still your cupcake.
Yeah.
Well, my closing comment, shout out to Junior, Super Mario Jr. on his birthday. I love to see a kid happy. I love to see a kid happy, and that's everything, man. I think that's some of the most purest, innocent years. I think a kid that has a great, happy childhood ends up being a productive, happy person, less trauma. Second of all, I thank the cast for being able to speak on stuff, just being transparent, man. I want to thank all of y'all also for supporting the other show. Like I said, I did with Pastor Jamie. I thought it was good as far as conversation and to get certain people hit my inbox like, bro, they were like, man, y'all network is starting to take off, man. So all the people that say y'all love podcasts is starting to respect us branching out and doing more. And I really do appreciate the share button. Something as simple as a share button means a lot, man.
For free.
Yeah, shit, for free.
You were gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm in the place.
And if you ain't gonna cry, I bet you cry with the Erica show.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You gonna cry. It's
bro.
Mm-hmm. I thought he cried already when Mama was giving him props. He cried. Let me go rewind.
He
looked like he was teary-eyed.
He a little teary.
I would look back at the show. I don't know what points y'all talking about, but I'm just saying y'all gotta respect the dude being able to be like, hey, This me, and it's healing. I can't explain it, bro. Me just being blah blah blah. Just like I seen Chris tonight give his confessions. Like, bro, that's courageous. That's big. Like, that's healing. To be able to say, hey, I was a coward. This is how I felt, da da da. On that same podcast with Jamie, and it's a regular conversation. I'm like, bro, at this time, this is what I thought. This is where I was. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you. You're not going to handcuff me to your expectation. This is who I am. Y'all want to know who I am? This is who I am. This is how I feel. This is how I think. And because a lot of people in my inbox saying, like, bro, I appreciate that.
Authenticity.
Oh, yeah. So see y'all next week. Same black channel. Be yourself.